Hey guys, Brittany here from Pennies into Pearls. If you're new to this channel, you might be interested to know that we are currently on the house hunt for our first house ever. Dog, get out of here. You might be interested to know that we are on the house hunt for our first house ever. Here's the catch. We live in San Diego, which is one of the top 5 most expensive places to live in the United States. So that's against us. Number 2, we are a one-income family. So that's also limiting. So we have a very small budget. We're shooting for the stars in San Diego. We want acreage in San Diego. So we're going out to the outskirts. Anyways, I will link you guys to all the related videos down below. I have a house buying on a budget playlist, so I will link you guys to that if you want to get the backstory and all that's going on. But the exciting news today is that we're gonna put an offer in on a house. The first time ever we've ever done this. So I wanna take you guys along with us, show you what it looks like, what are the processes, what things do we need to get ready ahead of time, what paperwork do we need to get ready. I'm gonna be calling our lender here in just a second. We just got home from looking at the property. If that sounds interesting to you, you're gonna wanna stay tuned. Okay guys, really quickly, a little backstory on the house that we just looked at. I didn't film in there really because it was just a little bit crazy having the lender there, or I mean we had our realtor there with us. It was me and hubby, the realtor, then my mother and father-in-law, and then 2 of my husband's uncles who are contractors that came out to the property to kind of give us ballpark pricing on number 1, what it would cost to kind of get it move-in ready, and then number 2, further down the line, what it would cost to get it to our dream house. So we had all these people there, and we had all 3 kids in tow with us. So, a little bit crazy. Here's the gist. The house on 10 acres of land, lots of usable land. A lot of it is on a hill as well. Beautiful. Views everywhere. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. It's less than 1,000 square feet. It's tiny. It's dirty. It needs updating. It needs new windows. It needs a new roof. New drywall. It needs a lot of work. So kind of what we're thinking to get it to that point is what we're gonna need is probably around $20,000 to $25,000. We don't have $20,000 to $25,000. So I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna try to get that figured out for us. But then a long-term goal would maybe be in 5 to 8 years would be to add on a master suite. So the way that the house sits, it's possible, and we're estimating that addition and the kind of whole house renovation, we'd add on a master bedroom and master bathroom, then reconfigure the existing house, and that would all cost about $50,000 to $60,000. Again, that's long term, so we don't need that money. We'd buy the house, do the work to get into it, and then start saving again for those houses because we're gonna be spending cash. Oh, also, it does have a basement that is not taken into consideration in the square footage. The basement is super dingy and dusty and dirty and gross and scary, but it's potential. I mean, that's probably what we're gonna say a lot. Potential. It's rustic. It is a space, and just to put some new drywall and some paint and flooring down there wouldn't be a huge expense, but we'd be able to do that and use it as like a game room, guest room, things like that. So that's kind of the property that we're looking at. So to make it all work, this is what we're gonna need. All of the beautiful stars to align. Send all your prayers our way because we're gonna need them. To make this work, what we need to do is I'm about to get on the phone with our lender. We are gonna be looking into using a FHA 203k loan. What that is, in a nutshell, is it's an FHA loan that lends you an additional amount of money past the purchase price of the home to go towards renovations. Not additions, but just renovations. Things like a roof and paint and flooring, that kind of stuff. So we're hoping to do that. The difference between that and using the USDA loan, which in our previous house hunting updates, I give more information on that, but the difference would be USDA is 0% down and we'd only need money for closing costs. FHA 203k, we do need 3.5% down, which would take up all of our savings that we currently have for the house. To get the house to work, this is before I talk to the lender, we are thinking the asking price of the home is, did I say 200? Okay. So the asking price of the home is around $360,000. We would probably be putting in an offer for around $330,000 purchase price, but getting a loan for $350,000, that buffer of $20,000 to go towards renovations to get the house moving ready. All right, so you guys are up to speed now. I am gonna get on the phone and talk to our lender. Hi Mark, this is Brittany Cooper.
A little bit higher interest rate, but for the right situation, it's a pretty good program.
Okay, so we are on a little bit of a time crunch because it's bank owned, and so they're only accepting offers for 10 days, and I believe that just puts us through the end of this week. So we want to get an offer in that time frame, and I don't know how long everything takes. I know that we need to get a pre-approval letter from you, and so that means we need to get you those pay stubs and the bank statements, right? Okay.
All right.
And
I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So here's the thing. It's a long shot. Coming in under asking the seller to cover closing costs. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but we'd have to ask them to cover closing costs. And then using a FHA 203k loan is not going to look as alluring as maybe a cash offer. But who knows? We're going to give it a shot. Our realtor is amazing. She's willing and not embarrassed to like put in any offer we want. She's like, put in $250,000 and I'll give her the offer. She's amazing. So if anyone's looking for a realtor in San Diego, send me a message, send me an email. I will hook you up. She is amazing. Anyways, okay. So you guys heard the man. He's gonna work on those numbers. We'll be going back and forth, I believe, this week between our realtor and our lender, trying to see what the official numbers will be on our first offer ever. I'll keep you guys updated. Update for you guys on the house hunt. Okay, it is now Friday, and I just got off the phone with Mark. He told us a couple things. The land side is fine. We can use the 203k S loan to close the wall. That's fine. He ran the numbers with the interest rate. The interest rate on a 203k S loan is actually higher than a little bit higher than some of the other loans, which I mean makes a difference when it comes to your like monthly and things like that. But when we feel like we have a really great opportunity to try at least, so we're going after it and we're okay with it. So here's kind of the number breakdown. Let me look at my numbers for you guys. Closing costs, which we're gonna try to get the bank to cover. Down payment's gonna be a little over $12,000. And then there's some extra inspection fees that we have to pay for with this specific loan, and that's gonna be about $550. So I'm thinking we personally are gonna need about $13,000 cash if we can get the bank to cover closing costs. Long shot, we're gonna try. And then also, if everything works out with this loan, our monthly payments, mortgage, insurance, PMI, everything estimating is gonna come out to about $2,400 a month. So, oh, and we also learned that the 203k S loan has a little bit longer closing time. A lot of people want 30 days, but this might take a little bit longer, like 45 to 60, just because there are a few more inspections and you have to have your general contractor approved by your lender to make sure that they're doing their job right. All right, so there's the update. So now I'm sending my realtor information over to my lender. They're gonna kind of chat. He's gonna explain to her a little bit about the loan itself and kind of like the timing on it. And then the lender's gonna send the pre-qualification letter over to the realtor, and then she's gonna put in an offer on the house. Crazy. Hey, fingers crossed, I'll keep you guys updated. Hey guys, okay, it is now Thursday. We got news yesterday about the house, but I'm gonna update you to that point. Saturday or Monday, we had the paper signed and our offer was submitted. For your offer, here are some things that you are going to need. So we needed updated bank statements to our lender because we were pre-approved over 6 months ago, back in January. Holy cow. So it's been a while. Had to get that into him. And then also, since it was a new year, because we talked to him like January 1st, we had to get our new tax documents into him. So we got those to him. Him and our lender and realtor spoke with each other to make sure they're on the same page. Since the 203k S loan is a little bit more unique, they wanted to make sure that they both understood everything that needs to go into it. Our realtor is amazing. Pulled all of the offer together, had it looked at by her lender to just make sure that there was different stipulations in there with the 203k loan, and then also because we are dealing with a bank as a seller, she wanted to make sure so that she had everything covered. She did an amazing job. It was great. So we had our offer in. Oh, this is the other thing, is that because we also had to write how much we were asking for the bank to cover in closing costs, which we need them to cover everything. Ouch. But so we ended up saying $8,000 for closing costs, which, I mean, we are already coming in low, and then to add $8,000 more kind of brings our whole purchase price for them down to like $310 or something like that. $310, $315. That's where that stands. And then we waited and waited and waited. Then finally yesterday afternoon, so Wednesday afternoon, my realtor called, and she told us that the house is going to somebody else. But really, it's okay. I mean, I just sincerely believe that when it's supposed to work out, it'll work out, as long as we do our due diligence to do everything we can to make it work. So, bummer, but not surprising, and I think we'll find something that we love. If anything, that just kind of gives us hope that yes, there are properties out there that we'll find in our price range, and the more cash we save, the better prepared we'll be to jump on those offers. So that's kind of our attitude as far as not getting the house. Oh, and then the house is going to an all cash person, which is so frustrating because that's who we're dealing with in our price bracket, is investors who have tons of cash, who can just throw down $350,000 in cash. If you guys have $350,000 in cash you want to just give me, I mean, just DM me on Instagram and we'll chat. That's just crazy to have that much cash laying around. So anyways, there you guys have it. That's kind of a look into what happens when you put in an offer to a house. I wanted to share with you guys because until you go through it, it's really hard to find information out there to know what happens. What do you need ahead of time? Even just talking to my lender, like, we kind of had an idea of what we needed, but then as we were actually putting in the offer, there was things that came up that I was like, oh, I didn't know we were gonna need to do that, and we weren't home, and it was kind of inconvenient. So anyways, I wanted to share it with you guys and kind of give you an update on our house hunt. Hope you guys liked it. Leave any questions you have down below about anything that's going on. And of course, we'll be sure to update you on any future house updates. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because that's where you will see it first. Thanks you guys so much for joining in today, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.